everybody, and welcome back to another Stampin' Squirrels video. Today I'm just going to show a very quick box. This is a little triangular fold box and these are super sweet. We're going to be using the Butterfly Gala stamp set in order to make these quickly, and this has got a matching punch. So we'll be using those to cut out the butterflies, etc. These two I've made. This one's in the current Stampin' Up in colour, a seaside spray, and this one's done in purple posy. Really super cute even, really super cute, and they are just tied up at the top with the ribbon, and so this is the matching in colour ribbon as well. I've decided today I'm going to be doing the Rocco Rose colour. I love this ribbon, in fact I love all of these ribbons, and I'm really sad that they're going to be retiring soon. But we're going to be using Rocco Rose, and it just takes this really small piece of 4x6 card in order to make the box. So why don't we get started? Okay, so what you need to do is you need to cut yourself a piece of card measuring 4 inches by 6 inches. And then what you need is you need a scoreboard or you need your trimmer. And on the top side, so the 4-inch side, you need to measure this at 2 inches. So take a pencil and make a little mark just at the top, yeah, and again at the bottom. And then on the long side, the 6-inch side, you just need to score at 3 inches. Okay, then turn it back again to the top, and where your mark is at the top, you then need to make a triangle from here to here and again at the bottom. So putting your marker on the score line, turn it so that your crease line lines up with the marker at the top, and then score it down. Then turn it the other way, line your marker up with the score line and again with the crease line across the middle, and score that, and then turn it round and do exactly the same for the bottom part. Okay, so that's your scoring, so we'll get that out of the way. Next, bring in your bone folder, and what you need to do is you just need to give those a really nice burnish along all of the crease lines. And I also turn them the other way as well and burnish those. So you've got a really nice flexible crease line. Okay, so that's your box. And so what you just need to do is make sure that your fold lines are really flexibly burnished on both sides. Okay, like that. So you need a little bit of tear and tape, double-sided tape. And what we're going to do is you're going to glue these together like so. So I would say on your right hand side at the top, just a little bit of tear and tape there, and one on the opposite side at the bottom. So on the left hand side at the bottom, right hand side at the top. A little bit of tear and tape. There's a quick burnish that's stuck down. Just remove those, like that. Great. And then what we're going to do is you're just going to move those over so you can no longer see the gap. So we're just going to glue those down like this, move it over so you can't see the gap anymore. And then before you stick down the other side is you're going to take your hole punch. So this is a Stampin' Up hole punch. It's the really small one. Unfortunately it's retired now, but most of you will have a hole punch of some kind. And I'm just going to put a little hole punch just here like that. That is where you're going to put your ribbon through. And then I'm going to turn round and I'm going to do the same on this side. Stick it down. Just make sure that it's covered. Like that. Okay, and then you're going to take your hole punch and you're going to do the same thing this side. So essentially you've got 2 holes punched and you've got your triangle box already. And so, as I said earlier, what I'm using the Rocco Rose ribbon. This is quite a rustic ribbon, and actually it's quite chunky, but because this is retiring soon, I wanted to make good use of this ribbon and use it up. So I'm actually going to be using this ribbon today. So what you do is you would now put your treats, or whatever you're going to put in here. It could be money, it could be small chocolates or a gift card. You'd put your treats into this now. And then when you've filled it with your treats, you're going to thread your ribbon through. So because this is quite chunky ribbon, this is going to take a little bit of pressure. Pull it through. And then pull it through this side. Like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to tie this in a bow at the top. So pull it taut, so you want your box to close together at the top, and then tie it into a bow. I'm going to make that smaller. Yeah, that's got it. And when you're happy, just trim the tails. Okay. So that's your box, and so really what we want to do now is we need to decorate it. And so what I've chosen, as I said, is I've chosen the Butterfly Gala set to do this because it comes with a corresponding punch here. And this is going to make it super easy to punch out the butterflies. So I've gone ahead, and what I've done is I've taken a piece of scrap, just scrap white, and I've chosen the double butterfly stamp because these two are joined together, and it makes it perfect placement for when you actually punch it out with the corresponding punch. So I'm just going to take a bit of black Memento ink because I'm going to be using some blender pens to colour this in. Get some good coverage. Pop it down to the bottom. Squirrels are wonderful, squirrels are wonderful, squirrels are wonderful. Like that. And I'm going to colour these in with blender pens, and so what I've actually chosen is I've chosen the Rocco Rose Light and Dark blender pens, and I'm going to start with the dark just in the centre. And then once you've coloured it in, take a punch. And what should happen is that this should perfectly align with your punch. And once you're happy you've got it into position, pop it off like that. And there you have it. Now I've made a fundamental error here. What I've forgotten to do is stamp on the bodies. So you should have done that before you punched it, but I'm going to add them now. And because they're photopolymer, I can do that. One small and one big, like that. So there's the bodies, just there, and so I'm going to put those over to one side, and now I'm going to take my scrap again, and I've chosen the sentiment from the stamp set, which says the good things in life are better with you. I thought that I might be able to send these to friends currently during the lockdown just to cheer them up a little bit. And I'm going to actually, if you have a look at these ones that I did earlier, is I've stamped that out and then I've used the layering circles scallop to have a contrasting back. So I'm just going to stamp that quickly onto some scrap, and then I'm going to cut it out with the layering circles like these. Make sure you leave yourself enough room at the bottom to get it into the circle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my greeting right at the bottom of the circle like this, and then cut it out because I want to place my butterflies in the top part. So I'm going to go away and cut that out now, and then I'll come back when I've done it. Okay, so they're all cut out now. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to decorate it. So we're going to bring our box back like this. I'm just going to snail this onto the scallop, and then I'm going to bring back our two butterflies, and I'm just going to put mini dimensionals on the back of both of these. Do it so that it's slightly folded, and then I'm going to put the big one like this, and then the small one over the side like this. I'm not going to fold that one. Lovely. What you can do is you can take a bit of Wink of Stella and you can just add a little bit of glamour to the wings. Don't forget, everybody, that Wink of Stella will move your colour around. So just be careful. If you particularly don't want anything darker or the colour move, just bear that in mind. So a little bit of glamour there. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add some diamantes. So before I put the diamantes on, I'm just going to add a couple of dimensionals onto the back. Take your box, just place it on like this. And then we're going to take our diamantes. I'm going to start with a big one. And that is it. And I said it was super quick, and it really is. It's quick and it's easy, and they look really, really pretty. So this is your triangle fold box. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll catch you again really soon at Stampin' Squirrels. Thanks for watching, everyone. Ta-ra!